Hello and welcome to Two Brothers Wrestling Pod's continuation of our WrestleMania weekend preview. In this episode, we're going to be focusing on Supercard of Honor put on by Ring of Honor. So, Andrew, you looking forward to Supercard of Honor?
Very much so. Very, very much so. There's so many matches that have got large consequences to them.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think we'll start off with the main event, and we're headed for the climax to multi-month storyline between Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes.
Cody who?
Or just Cody.
Yeah.
Just Cody, I guess. I think we're on for a great match. I hope so anyway, for the sake of Cody. I think Cody needs to go out there and have, a 4 or 5 star match, something to get the fans really excited.
Yeah, but did you watch any of Sakura Genesis? I know obviously we both watched the Strong Style Evolved, but
No, I only read about it.
I think it was Cody and Paige versus Omega and Ibushi. And it was a fantastic match. It's definitely not going to be like match of the year or anything like that, but see as like the small segue between the storytelling and Strong Style Evolved to get to this point. It's been fantastic. Cody ended up getting the pin over Ibushi for the finish.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Yes.
I'm curious, as how much the kayfabe between New Japan and Ring of Honor. Like, obviously they do a lot of work together. Like, I'm just curious where the line in their kayfabe is.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe they've not found it.
Yeah. It does appear as if the Bullet Club definitely exist in their own little kayfabe as well, and it's strange watching promotions like Ring of Honor and New Japan work around that, and occasionally, not necessarily headed where they'd have liked that story to go originally. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Supercard of Honor. Like, there's obviously that big main event, but there's plenty going on elsewhere in the card. I think Dalton Castle and Marty Scurll is going to be a big point for both of us.
It's going to be a barnstormer. That's going to be fantastic. Dalton Castle is one of the most talented performers I've ever seen, and him to come out and be what he's been in Ring of Honor, and him to finally realise himself properly. He's got a good gimmick, he lives the gimmick, he works with the gimmick. And Marty Scurll, again, even since before joining the Bullet Club, his big move from Britain to go to Ring of Honor was huge, and he's just been on the upside ever since.
Yeah, I think as far as in-ring work, Marty Scurll is up there with the best of them just now. I think he's has that perfect balance of his wrestling looks real, it looks painful, and he also is that charismatic, gets the crowd going. I think that's such a hard balance. Sometimes find, but he's found it.
We've seen Marty live twice, and the crack of that finger, honestly, being there in person is the most cringy thing ever.
You feel bad for the guy taking it. It's horrible. But yeah, Dalton Castle as well, just a tremendous performer.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what he's going to pull out for his entrance as well. I don't know if you know this, but he makes his own sets for his entrances and stuff. He doesn't trust anyone else to do it, so he gets him, and usually the boys help as well. Like, obviously he's got loads of different boys, but he's got his main Ring of Honor boys, and they help him make it as well. And to quote him, he's like a taskmaster with it. He just won't allow anyone else to touch it because he's such a control freak about it, which shows how much he cares about his gimmick.
Yeah, very much so. I think his character's so unique. I think that's you need someone that has the right vision for it, and I guess he feels that is him.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard to you can't fake that like over the top Blades of Glory-esque character that Dalton Castle is.
I mean, he describes his character as androgynous as well, which obviously immediately brings like the Goldust Velveteen Dream kind of comparisons as well to it, which is big shoes.
I think Velveteen Dream and Dalton Castle would be an awesome program.
That would be one of the best programs in wrestling, but
just you saying it there, I got a little bit excited.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, obviously we know that wouldn't happen in Ring of Honor because Velveteen Dream hates the Indies.
Yeah, of course. So the Women of Honor tournament final that's gonna climax as well at Supercard of Honor, probably headed for Kelly Klein and Tennille Dashwood in brackets Emma in the final. They'll do the semi-final apparently in that night, and then go into the final, which will be awesome. I love that sort of old King of the Ring style. You do your semi at some point during the card, and then you come out for the big main event at the end. You can see the wear and tear, and they can sell the injuries from the first match, and I think it just adds a good element.
Really emphasizes like the damage that they take over the matches, and it shows a smart moving by them because they need to give it their all to get to the next stage. But if they give it their all, they'll probably lose in the next stage. So it's a really nice balance that they need to keep. I'm a fan of that.
I think there's yeah, a lot to be said for that kind of knockout style, having your finals on a pay-per-view. And it does get the fan support behind someone when you see that they've put in, when they've been out there for, 40 minutes over the course of a night in the ring. Like, you can't help but feel some kind of like respect, and you can feel that love that they have for the business, and I think that always helps, especially in a promotion like Ring of Honor where the fan base is, quite smart marky. I think
the term you're looking for is dedicated and into it.
Yeah, dedicated, hardcore fans. Yeah, indeed. And I think it shows that the wrestler in the ring shares that passion that the fan has, and I think that's a good way to connect to the fan base. If you are,
so who have you got walking out the winner for that? I know we've not done that for any of the matches, but this has been a big tournament.
As I've said, I think we're headed for Kelly Klein and Tennille Dashwood to be in the final. I think, obviously, Tennille Dashwood is super talented and definitely deserves it. Kelly Klein, however, is a kind of a stalwart of that. Very much a foundation building stone of that women's division in Ring of Honor. So I maybe would like to see it go with Kelly Klein.
Okay.
If it doesn't and it goes the other way and there's Emma, I'm going to be happy as well. It could be. It could be any of them. I've seen that Sumi Sakai a couple of times during the tournament, and she impressed me as well. So I'm not going to be bitter whoever walks away. But
yeah, fair enough.
I think so. Looking through at the rest of the card there, we've got Hangman Page and Kota Ibushi, SoCal Uncensored versus Flip Gordon and the Bucks, Tomohiro Ishii versus Punishment Martinez, which will be a brawl. So Kenny King, Silas Young for the World Television title, and the Briscoes versus Jay Lethal and Tanahashi. That's a weird tag team for me.
I've not seen the two of them compete together at all, but
no, I've never seen them in the team.
It doesn't sound wrong, I'm definitely hyped for seeing it.
Yeah, I think they're. I think sort of Jay Lethal. Definitely, not that Tanahashi's exactly the old guard quite yet, but he is very much in. He is that older generation, and Jay Lethal's obviously someone that has a lot of respect for the history of wrestling. I think you sort of look back for the Macho Man character and his great Ric Flair impression and stuff like that. It's he obviously has
greatest wrestling.
Yeah, Black Magic. Yeah, I think you sort of see. You see that he obviously does have, and I think he'll be really excited to get it on, especially if they can pull away the tag team titles from the Briscoes. That would be.
What's beautiful about that tag team is they both could be the guy in the ring that's taking the beating, and they both could be the guy that's waiting for the hot tag as well. So it's going to be a really interesting dynamic.
Yeah. I think the Briscoes. I don't know if you saw, they cut a promo maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now, sort of saying how the people forgot. I think was what they've kind of entitled the promo, and basically talking about how the fans have kind of forgotten about the Briscoes and what they did for Ring of Honor and what they did for wrestling and tag team wrestling. And I'd say they are definitely a team that have been despite being Ring of Honor tag team champions, have almost been forgotten about a little bit in that top tier tag teams, but they definitely are up there.
I think they are still. Considering how much people do love them, they are still underrated. They do have still. So they are. Yeah, they are definitely top 5 tag teams.
I think what the Usos are doing, what the Usos have kind of been doing, sort of now they've refined the day one-ish. Now they've refined it a bit more just over the last couple of months. I think that's very reminiscent of Briscoes. That kind of I don't know, not carefree attitude, but an aggressive attitude.
To kick your ass and take belts.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly that. I always look forward to seeing the Briscoes. Kenny King and Silas Young. We saw Silas Young last year at some point, and I think we were both quite impressed with him. He's very
talented.
Yeah, what is his moniker's the last badass of professional wrestling or something
along those lines. Oh wait, sorry, last real man. That is it. The last real man of professional wrestling. It very much does feel that kind of old school nitty gritty, drop an elbow, drop a knee, get in a brawl way. Was it War of the Worlds that we saw him and he absolutely murdered Jay Lethal, just completely destroyed him in the last match. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Tomohiro Ishii and Punishment Martinez. Yeah, that's gonna be quite a thing, I'm sure.
Yeah, Punishment is a huge guy, and you see what Ishii can do every time he comes out.
The abuse he was taking, when him and Suzuki were swapping forearms, the strong style evolved. That was just insane. Hopefully it doesn't quite as crazy.
I didn't want to be either of those men.
Have you? I don't suppose. Did you see that thing that the Tennessee State Commission
released.
Yeah,
Louisiana.
Tennessee,
yeah.
Louisiana.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of. I know he's not on this show, but Will Ospreay tweeted out he's got a new T-shirt to go along with it, and it's like the full rules on the T-shirt saying "Buy one of these so I can do this," like, and yeah, that really got me. Yeah. So he's fully prepared to just take all the things.
Yeah, I think. Apparently, Ring of Honor and WWE events are going to be exempt from those rules.
Well, that's good. That is very good.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
Mr. Ospreay's not one of these, which is a shame for him.
I don't know if you saw Jimmy Havoc's reply. Like, obviously, it was kind of going around Twitter, and Jimmy Havoc tweeted saying, "It's still real to them, damn it." You know,
I love Jimmy Havoc. Sorry, so you're saying that like WWE and Ring of Honor are exempt? Does that include like Progress and Evolve and ICW that are working with WWE?
Not as far as I could tell, but perhaps it will. Perhaps
that would be bad.
I don't imagine that's something people are going to adhere to anyway, unless the Louisiana State Commission are going to send someone to watch. I don't think anyone in the audience is going to report them for doing a 450.
Yeah.
You know, like one. I don't know if you read through the list, but one of the things on it was not throwing people over the top rope.
Yeah.
Like that was very.
There's just so many weird.
Like
things.
that reminded me of like 70s WCW. Like, you know, like you can get disqualified for throwing someone over the top rope. Is very outdated. Hopefully it's either an irrelevant document or they update it going forward.
Fingers crossed, because it's laughable, most of it, because you see what the industry is today, and, well, they listed what the industry is today, you know? Obviously, a few things I half agree with, like, pile drivers should only be done on people that are confident with pile drivers, and people that are confident taking pile drivers. There is obviously a good few things that just use your common sense about.
Yeah, I think that for me that's what it really is. It's about not taking a risk just because it's WrestleMania weekend. It's about working within your abilities and telling the best story that you can through that, and having the best match that you can through that. But yeah, so moving forward, SoCal Uncensored, Chris Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky taking on Flip Gordon and the Young Bucks in a ladder match for the 6-man.
Flip Gordon will feel incredibly confident going into that, as he has a flat earther, so he'll have the perfect balance on his ladder.
Ladders can't be tilted on flat earthers. So, I think that's. I think that's gonna be a great match. I think the Bucks and Kaz and Daniels, like they've had a few really awesome ladder matches over the last maybe 5 years or so. So they know what they're doing. I think throwing Scorpio Sky and Flip Gordon in there, that's not gonna be bad.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens storyline wise if the Bucks and Flip become the 6-man champions. You know, like that.
Well, Flip's got to go all in. He's got to be all in. I
don't know if you saw that it's half confirmed that David Arquette is all in as well. Like he was he tweeted something saying I'm in to someone else, and like I think it was Matt tweeted him saying, "But are you all in?" And then he retweeted back saying, "Yeah, I'm all in." And it was like, "Oh, are you actually coming?" Like,
David Arquette just seems like a really nice, genuine wrestling fan, to be honest. Like, I think he gets it. Like, obviously he's associated mainly with having held
the greatest WCW champion there's ever been.
I like, for me, that's one of those things that, like, I don't know, people point a lot of fingers at that as like, oh, that's one of those things where WCW, that's the death of WCW. But I don't know, like, you know, Vince McMahon was world champion. Like, that wasn't the death of the company, you know. And I think Vince McMahon is obviously, you know, he's a built dude. Like, he looks like he could go if he needed to. Like, so it's more believable from that aspect. But his character was still, like, you know, a chicken shit heel that was kind of protected by other people, and that was like the same idea when Russo won the title in WCW and when Arquette won the title. They were both, you know, David Arquette beat Eric Bischoff for the title. You know, he didn't beat EVP, he didn't pin Sting, you know, he didn't pin Hogan, he pinned Eric Bischoff to win the title in a tag match. You know, so like for me, I think people kind of overhype that. Like, you read the headline, David Arquette world champion, and you think, oh god, you know, but in reality it wasn't.
In karate, you know, he still did that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Sorry, it was Taekwondo, not karate. I got the two confused.
So yeah, anyway, that's just a little sidetrack of one of the things that I think annoys me about the David Arquette situation. But yeah, I'd love him to be all in. He's just, you see him at WWE events. I think he works a lot with he did a lot with the Be a Star campaign, and I'm not sure what he does with them currently, but yeah, every time there's a charity cause, he's always there, you know. And yeah, just seems like a really nice, genuine wrestling fan. But anyway, on to hopefully a better match than David Arquette will ever have. Hangman Page versus Kota Ibushi. Like, that's one. Yeah, I think that could. I'm a big Hangman Page fan. I think he has a lot of upside. I think that the match there, Strong Style Evolved with Jay White, it was really awesome. That was him. It was a little slow paced, and yeah, maybe could have done with cutting 5 minutes off the time of it, but. It was just showed like he has such great potential. I think he's just athletically, like brilliant. And obviously, you can't say enough about Kota Ibushi. I think he's one of the top tier talents out there in the world right now. So I would be very optimistic that they will have.
I can't imagine anything else coming out of that. I mean, obviously storyline consequences, etc. But yeah, regardless, it's just going to be a good match to watch.
Yeah, and definitely. So. Yeah, that is our wrap up, more or less, for Supercard of Honor. What do you think is going to be the highlight of the card? I think obviously Cody and Kenny on top. We can ignore that one. If you take that out,
I'm very, very much looking forward to Dalton Castle, Marty Scurll. I'm a massive Marty Scurll fan. He's probably my favorite wrestler in the world today. Personally, I understand he's probably not the most talented wrestler in the world today, but he's definitely in the conversation. And I want to see Marty walk out as the Ring of Honor World Champion as well. I think that would do great things for his character.
That would be awesome. He deserves to be like one of those UK born. He deserves to be one of those UK born world champions in a major American promotion. I think that's
he's done enough.
Yeah, he has all the ability.
What about yourself, Monsieur?
Definitely. I'm gonna go with my boy Hangman Page. I think Page and Kota Ibushi could low-key steal the show, but we shall see. Well, anyway, thanks for listening to our preview for Supercard of Honor. I'm sure we'll be back talking about it post the show. Until then, check us out on YouTube. Their videos are usually up a little earlier than we advertise them on our Twitter and on our Facebook, which you can also follow us on.
Until next time, where we'll be talking about TakeOver New Orleans. We've been two brothers. You've been listening. We'll see you soon.